Beyoncé versus Rihanna. The real story vertical bar, a heartwarming story. Once upon a time in the world of music, there were two amazing singers, Beyoncé and Rihanna. They were both superstars, powerful voices, great style, and millions of fans all over the globe. For years, people talked about them like they were rivals. Some fans would say, Beyoncé is better. Others would shout, no way, Rihanna rules. But what most people didn't know was that Beyoncé and Rihanna weren't really enemies at all. In fact, deep down, they respected each other a lot. Beyoncé loved Rihanna's boldness and unique style. Rihanna admired Beyoncé's strength, talent, and how she worked so hard to be the best. The story really began one summer when a big music festival called Harmony Fest invited both Beyoncé and Rihanna to perform together for the first time ever. The organizers hoped it would bring the world a message of unity through music. At first, neither singer said yes right away. Beyoncé was busy working on her new album. She had rehearsals, meetings, and tours planned. But something made her pause. Her manager asked, "Why are you hesitating?" Beyoncé smiled and said, "I just hope she doesn't think I'm trying to compete with her." Meanwhile, Rihanna got the same offer. She looked at the email, thought for a moment, and whispered, "What if people still see us as rivals? What if we mess up the magic?" Even though they both felt nervous, they decided to do it. Not because of fame or money, but because they believed in the power of music to bring people together. They met backstage before the big show. There was a moment of silence between them. Not awkward, just real. Then Beyoncé walked forward and gave Rihanna a warm hug. "I've always loved your voice," Beyoncé said. Rihanna laughed. "Same here, you're my queen." They both smiled, and from that moment on, something changed. They spent the next few days rehearsing together. They shared stories, laughed, and even cried a little when they talked about how pressure and expectations sometimes made life hard, even for stars. Their performance was unforgettable. On stage, Beyoncé sang her hit song Halo, and then Rihanna joined her with Diamonds. The crowd went wild. It wasn't a competition, it was a celebration of friendship and talent. After the show, reporters rushed to interview them. "Was this a one-time thing?" one reporter asked. Beyoncé looked at Rihanna and said, "Only if she says no to our next duet." Rihanna winked. "I'll sing anything with her." News spread fast. Fans who once argued online started saying things like, "Wait, they're friends, that's awesome." Soon after, Beyoncé and Rihanna started working on a song together called Light Up the Sky. It became a worldwide hit. The lyrics talked about rising above rumors, finding strength in unity, and shining brighter together. In interviews, they spoke openly about how important it was to support other women instead of competing with them. "We can all shine without dimming someone else's light," Rihanna said in one talk show. Beyoncé added, "We've been told we have to fight for the spotlight. But the truth is, sharing it makes it brighter." Years passed, and their friendship grew stronger. They cheered for each other at award shows, showed up at birthday parties, and even went on vacation together with their families. People stopped asking who's better, Beyoncé or Rihanna, and started saying, "Look at these two legends making history together." And every time they performed their hit song Light Up the Sky, girls around the world watched with wide eyes, believing that they too could be strong, beautiful, and kind. And that being a star didn't mean standing alone. So, in the end, there was no war between Beyoncé and Rihanna. There was only love, music, and a message that changed the world. After the success of Light Up the Sky, Beyoncé and Rihanna decided to do something even bigger, a world tour together called Shine Together. It was not just about music, it was about inspiring young girls, boys, and people of all ages to support each other instead of competing. Each night, before they went on stage, Beyoncé and Rihanna would share a moment backstage. They'd hold hands, take a deep breath, and remind each other why they were doing this. "It's not about us," Beyoncé would say. "It's about them." Rihanna would finish with a smile. The tour stopped in cities all around the world: New York, London, Tokyo, Cape Town, Sydney, and more. Everywhere they went, fans came dressed in outfits inspired by both artists. Some wore gold for Beyoncé's Queen vibe. Others sparkled like diamonds in honor of Rihanna. But the most special moment of the tour happened in Paris. During one show, a teenage girl named Lila won a contest to meet her idols backstage. She had written a letter saying how she used to feel left out at school because she didn't fit in. She said that seeing Beyoncé and Rihanna work together made her believe that being different was okay, and that you could find your place by being yourself. When Lila met them, she was too nervous to speak at first. But Rihanna knelt down beside her and said, "You don't have to say anything. Just know that we see you. And you matter." Beyoncé hugged her tightly and whispered, "One day you'll shine your own light, and someone else will find their way because of it." That moment was caught on video and shared across the world. People were moved. Teachers showed it in classrooms. Parents talked about it at home, and many kids started treating each other with more kindness, just like that. Backstage after the show, Beyoncé looked at Rihanna and said, "We've done a lot in our careers, but this feels like real success." Rihanna nodded, "It's not about the awards or the records, it's about the hearts we touch." Over time, Beyoncé and Rihanna kept supporting each other. They helped start a foundation called Brighter Futures, which gave scholarships to young artists, especially girls, so they could follow their dreams without worrying about money. They also hosted free concerts in schools and community centers, giving kids a chance to perform alongside them. One boy, who played guitar, got invited on stage in Miami and played during their encore. Another girl sang backup vocals on a new song they released called "Together We Rise." Even though they were two of the biggest stars in the world, they never forgot where they came from. They always reminded young fans that talent is important, but kindness is powerful. Years later, when they were both honored with Lifetime Achievement Awards at the same ceremony, they stood side by side on stage, holding hands again. Beyoncé spoke first. "We started as names in headlines, compared and judged. But today, I stand here not just as Beyoncé, I stand here as half of something bigger, a friendship, a movement, a message, that we are better together." Rihanna smiled through tears. "And if there's one thing we hope you remember, it's this. You don't need to be the brightest star to shine, just be your true self, and light up the sky in your own way." The crowd rose to their feet. And from that night on, whenever anyone asked, "Who's better, Beyoncé or Rihanna?" the answer was always the same: better together. Beyoncé and Rihanna's story teaches us that success doesn't have to mean competition. Real strength comes from lifting others up, celebrating differences, and working together to make the world a better place. They showed the world that even the brightest stars shine brighter when they shine together. So next time you feel like you have to be better than someone else, in school, sports, art, or life, remember Beyoncé and Rihanna's message: we can all shine without dimming someone else's light. Your turn. You don't have to be a superstar to make a difference. You can start right where you are. Be kind to someone who feels left out. Cheer for your classmates instead of comparing yourself to them. Support your friends when they succeed, even if you didn't win this time. And most importantly, always believe in yourself, because just like Beyoncé and Rihanna, you were born to shine, and the world needs your light. Now go out there and shine bright.